Hey folks, Big Sam. Just want to drop in a quick video, kind of like I've done a couple times before. And the feedback on the last two videos has been very, very humbling for me. Uh, the people that have fed back good information, that have liked what we're doing. It's it's been great. I really appreciate it. So kind of tell you a little bit about what I'm planning on doing, and at least the next short while, maybe even longer, is going to drop one of these videos every other week or so, and go through leadership from my understanding, my perspective, what I've learned over the years. Uh, and believe me, when I say things I've learned over the years, some things I learned it yesterday, I'm going to tell y'all tomorrow, while it's still fresh, because I am learning lessons all the time. If you've known me for a couple of years, you've known in the last few years, I've learned a lot. Learned a lot through some mistakes. Learned a lot by observing. Learned a lot by reading. Uh, if you followed me on Facebook, or if you're on the text group that I've done, I've learned a lot by listening to the podcasts and writing up comments to put out content. The question that's kind of the one on the table is why. What's this big deal on leadership? And if you've seen the 50 some odd podcasts that I've linked and the videos that I've done, it circles around leadership and why is leadership so important to me. Uh, Quite frankly, I've seen some great leadership over the years, and I've seen some not so great leadership in different places. And I want to develop or help develop good leaders. I want to move the needle. Are you going to watch one of my videos or watch one of the podcasts I link and be a better leader? Be a John Maxwell, or pick your favorite leader, a Chris Hodges, whomever tomorrow? No. Are you going to move the needle? Yes. So that's what we're trying to go with here. So I wrote out a few questions that I want to put in today's drop, and these are some basic leadership things, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Number one, what's a leader? It's a great place to start. If you want to improve your leadership, you got to know what a leader is, who a leader is, what a leader does. So a leader influences, per the Webster or whoever, a leader influences others and influences, guides, and inspires others toward a shared vision. You got a group of people that have a shared vision. You've got one person who it's their job to influence, which Maxwell says leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Guide, help them direct the way, that's influence. And inspire, which is also influence, toward a shared vision or a shared goal. And what's a shared goal? That's, well, obviously it's a goal that you share. What can that be? It could be winning a sports event. A coach is a leader. A quarterback is a leader. The walk-on wide receiver can be a leader even if he doesn't have the talent. I've seen it done. In business, shared vision, assuming that the vision is being shared by the leader, is help your customers. Obviously, the goal of your business is turn a profit, make money for your investors, have fun. In a church, well, obviously the goal is to win people to Jesus. Whatever your shared vision and your collective of people is, somebody has got to be leading them, or they're not going to go anywhere. Inspire, influence and inspire toward that shared vision. You got to have a leader. Let's break those down just a little bit. Vision. What does vision mean? A vision is see what could be, not what's there. Sometimes it doesn't look that good at the moment, but a vision in a place of business isn't what it is now. It's what is it going to be tomorrow, next week, next year, next 10 years. Company I'm working for now, we've got a vision plan that it's out there. It's 10, 15, 20 years down the road. We want to build it to what it can be, and we're looking forward to seeing that. In my personal small business, the vision is to get to entertain as much as I possibly can. And there I'm leading myself. Influence is not authority. Influence, and I've seen people try to lead through authority, through an iron fist, and it doesn't work. It might work short term. You might get that one thing done that you're trying to get done, but it ain't gonna last. Lead by example, doing the right thing, putting in the work, putting in the time, doing the things that nobody wants to do. And I've seen great examples of that, and I've seen some not so great examples of that. Responsibility for the vision. Own the outcome. If you're the leader and things go bad, things go wrong, things don't go according to plan, it's on you. I'm a big NASCAR fan. I heard supposedly a leader, come on the radio one time and start telling his team to quit messing up, to remove their heads from certain orifices. That's not leadership. That team hasn't won a race since then, by the way. Service to others. The leader is the guy or gal that serves, that gets other people to where they need to be, that trains them, that gives them the tools they need. Alan Mulally, who ran Boeing and Ford, one of his greatest things he said was love them up. Do you love your people, and do they know it? So serve them. Case in point, I at Highlands, and a lot of you go to Church of the Highlands. Some of you don't. I do. During 21 days of prayer, loved it. Every morning I would see our campus pastor and the leaders standing at the door, shaking hands, greeting people at 6 o'clock in the morning as they're walking in for prayer. It's incredible. Integrity, doing the right thing even when it's hard, even when it's the thing that it's going to hurt a little bit, might cost you some money, might cost you a little face, a little embarrassment. But do the right thing. I've seen it done where people will eat a cost when it's hard. Savannah Bananas, their leader, talked about a mistake that he made, and he owned it, and it cost him $6 million. But I guarantee you he got it back in credibility. So who can be a leader? Simple answer: if you can fog a mirror. If you've got a pulse, you can be a leader. How does that happen? The big thing is I'm not qualified. And the other day, and you'll hear me say this over and over. You'll hear me talk about them. I've got a group of guys that we meet every Friday morning, and they're my sounding board. And I made a comment the other morning about not feeling qualified to lead that group. I got a little imposter syndrome sometimes where I don't feel qualified to lead the things that I get to lead. I'm a C student from Hoax Bluff, Alabama. If you knew my story all the way through, you'd probably agree with me. But when I said that, what I was hoping to hear was, my ego was wanting to hear, "Oh no, Sam, you are qualified to lead this." What I heard was, "Well, none of us are qualified." I'm like, "Ooh, okay, at least I'm not alone." And it's true. If you wait till you're qualified, you're going to be here a while. You're not going to do the thing you're supposed to do. Get out there, hold your nose and jump, and you'll hear me say that. and either sink or swim, but try. Nike, just do it. So who can be a leader? Anybody who takes the initiative to lead. Again, it may not be where you have the job title or the salary or the position or you were knighted, but if you have influence, and we all do, good or bad, you can push others, you can influence others toward your shared goal. The water boy on the football team can be a leader. Doesn't matter. Why be a leader? That's a great question. Pretty simple. Because the world needs better leaders. If you look at our political climate, if you look at our business climate, if you look at the business that you're in, we all need better leaders. Let me assure you, the business that I'm in, we've got good leaders. We need better leaders. Not that we need additional people. Our leaders can be better. They're not great. They're great. Let me back up on that. They're great, but they can be better. Everybody can be better. Tom Brady practiced every day to get better. Why should I get better? It's a great question. Craig Rochelle, when the leader gets better, everybody wins. When you improve yourself, your team is going to get better. To have a better team, and this is a quote that was on the bottom of my monitor for years. To have a better team, be a better leader. To be a better leader, improve yourself, develop yourself. So to have a better team, work on the guy in the mirror, the lady in the mirror. Again, back to Tom Brady. They won all those Super Bowls because he got better himself. How do I improve myself? Learn. It's pretty simple. It's a simple answer to a difficult question. Read and listen to podcasts, etc. I put out 50 some odd podcasts last year where I went through and wrote my notes, but linked them out where people could get to them a little easier. They're ones that spoke to me. There's podcasts for leadership all over the internet, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Take your pick. If you need more, if you're having trouble finding some, text me, email me, Facebook message me. I'll link you up with some. But learn, read, and listen. Read. The greatest leadership book ever written is on the dresser of every hotel in the world, in America. We've all got one. It's the Bible. Start in Proverbs. That's how you can improve yourself quicker than anything. It's great stuff. Evaluate your wins. Evaluate your losses. If you do great, figure out why. If you do bad, figure out why. The best way to learn is through mistakes, not necessarily through mistakes, but through evaluated mistakes. And the first podcast this year, I pulled the curtain back a little bit on some mistakes I'd made and some things that I learned. And if you didn't hear that, I made some mistakes by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. What I learned from that was to go get some help and go talk to somebody. And he gave me some great great advice on how to not do that. And then pray for wisdom. So, get your friends to pray for you. Surround yourself with good people. My guys at Jax, man, they're the best sounding board you could ever have. I am absolutely blessed to have that group of guys with me. Some of us have been meeting together for 11 years. We've been through highs and lows, but we've also helped each other out. We've corrected each other when it needed to be done. We bounced ideas off each other. We asked each other for wisdom because there is strength in numbers. Like our our passage this week was on bearing one another's burdens, and man, it couldn't have been more applicable to a group of guys. And big shout out to my Biscuits with Brothers. Y'all know who you are, and you know I love you. So get people around you that will provide honest feedback. And then I hit on it earlier, and it's a great quote. It's one of those iconic commercial quotes, and it's real simple. Just do it. If you see a need to lead, didn't mean to rhyme that, but I did. Just do it. Pick the ball up and run with it. If I remember years ago, I was in a business situation, and somebody made the comment that our team was standing around like the ball had been fumbled, and we're standing around waiting on somebody to jump on it. And it was true, because I wasn't leading. There wasn't good leadership there. Now, if you see the ball, jump on it. I know I like to use some sports analogies there, but just do it. So remember, anybody can be a leader. You lead by example. You lead by influence. You lead by helping others. You lead by making other people better. But the way to make other people better, first you have to make yourself better. Make yourself better by pouring into yourself through all the tools and the words that are out there. And there's more out there than there's ever been. So it's easy to get better. It's easy to get the tools to get better. And listen to this podcast. I'm going to drop these every other week or so with something else on, not necessarily, we might not even use the word leadership, but it's something that can get to help you get better. I see I had a time frame on this that I wanted to keep these at, and I'm right at it. So I appreciate y'all hanging around with me for almost 18 minutes here. Thank you very much. To borrow a quote from John Maxwell, I'm Big Sam and I'm your friend. I'm Big Sam and I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful week, day, month, year, and we'll see you next time.